guys, welcome to Simshire. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been subbing and to everybody who's been watching all of my videos. But let's jump in. Today we did another challenge video, and it's a trailer park home with 3 homes. It has to have 4 floors on a 30 by 20 lot and then a bunch of owners, which is ridiculous. And the owners are a young adult, a teen, 3 children, an infant, a newborn, and a dog. Okay, that's a lot. They love clowns and grilled cheese, no brick, a secret room, and then 58 grand for the budget, which I may or may not have followed. But anyway, let's jump into the build. Okay, so welcome to Clown Cove Trailer Park. And we're gonna do a quick tour first. So I'm trying out a new like editing, okay? Let me know if you guys like this. It's just like a quick, like, I don't know what you would call this, pan, I guess. A quick pan. But anyway, we are going in and I just take you around through the middle. It's a tight squeeze. And then we go to the bathrooms first. I decided on an outhouse instead of an indoor bathroom. So we have this with 2 toilets, 2 sinks, and then 2 showers. So this is the outhouse. I think it's cute. It's okay. I just didn't want to take up space inside the homes, because you can only go so wide and until it doesn't make much sense anymore. You know what I mean? But this is the kitchen and living space. So that's one trailer home, I guess. And then this one here is, like, I'm guessing the parents' room, because in the back we have the newborn and infant's room back here. And then I didn't really know what to put up in this extra space, so I left it empty. And then we go back down and out. But I don't know, it's cute, guys, okay? It's very cutesy. And then we go to the last home, which has another 2-story. And this one is the teens room and then the 3 children's room. So the secret room is the children's room. Okay, that's all I could come up with, you know. And then this is their room, and then they get a little balcony up here. Okay? And then we just jump in. So I've never made a trailer park before. So I started off with looking at inspo pics. And then I also went through, like, the gallery and looked at everybody else's trailer parks. And their stuff is really good, okay? Okay, their stuff is super good. So I tried to do a couple of the things I saw. I did a little bit of variations. If you've seen, one was on, like, I don't know what you call it. The, like, wheel thing, the bed, the trailer bed thing, that thing. And then the other 2 are either on, like, a foundation or, like, stilts. So I did, like, a variation. I tried to make it not look duplicated over and over again. So one was more boxy, one was more round. And that was my variation style. Okay? And then what I have here, actually, is just, like, a regular room. And then this side room where it's rounded is just a roof piece connected to the whole room. And that's how you get that, like, rounded shape. I don't know. And then I wanted it to have, like, most of the homes I looked at on Pinterest had, like, an overhang like this. So I think I gave everyone a bit of an overhang. I think just because it looks better with one. I don't know. In my opinion, it just looks better. And then I actually bring this in because I thought it looked really weird. Disconnected, you know what I mean? But once I brought it in, it looked better. And then when I go through the rest of the build, I actually re-expand it, but I'll say why later. And this is, like, the trailer piece. So this is just a debug piece. And then I made 2 rooms, and I deleted the bottom room to get it to be above the trailer piece, and just kind of moved it into the right spot. I'm just trying to configure on which way the trailer piece is actually supposed to be facing, because I wanted a more, like, slanted in look, which I regret later because of the steps. And then I lowered it all the way down to make it connected, but once I do that, the trailer piece does stick through, so I actually just move that up a foundation level. A foundation level, a platform level. So that's how I do that, to get rid of the trailer piece in the middle of the floor. So I just moved it up a platform level. And then I actually expand this a little bit wider because I thought it was a little too thin. Just a little bit. Okay. And then they get the little balcony, and then just more rounded roof like the other one. I don't know which one do I like the best. I think I like this one more. But in the rules it said 4 floors. So I'm counting them all as I'm counting them all as floors, okay? So I'm gonna check that one off for me. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors in total, technically. Okay, we're gonna go with the technically. Okay, and this is where I had trouble with the stairs. Because, foolish me, I forgot you can't do slanted stairs. And I was like, maybe I could do it with the platform. Can't do it with the platform either. So, I had to make like a weird triangle divot. Platform thingy. And so that's how it looks like it over there. And then I actually have to expand it because when I go and do playtesting, it doesn't work. The sim cannot get up there. I was struggling so much. And I was so confused as to why it wasn't working as well. But I eventually get it to work, okay? I get it to work. And then we're just going to ignore the glitchiness of the round room because I still wanted the round trailer, okay? So we're just gonna ignore like the platform glitches and everything that's happening on the round part. But yeah, it still looks okay. But I think I used all of the same doors. I think this is from Strangerville. I feel like it's a really good, like, what is this? Trailer door. So yeah. And I'm thinking, since the family requirements was so much, I had to like come up with a backstory for how I was doing this. So I'm thinking the mom and father died, and so the young adult is like the older sibling. So she takes care of all of her younger siblings, and then she has 2 children of her own. The infant and the other one. What was it? Toddler? That one, whatever. And that was the process behind my separating out these buildings. So I'm thinking this is supposed to be like temporary, so they pulled in, you know, and then because this is where she lived originally, and then all of a sudden she got all of her siblings to live with her. So I think she had to like expand, and she decided to settle down. So that's why it's all separated like this. So I'm like, she built her siblings their own little like trailer compound thingy, and then she just decided to expand. And then I think I'm gonna add an extra sim to this because it did say only 1 young adult. I think I'm gonna give her a husband because I feel like it'd be a struggle with all these kids. So she'll have a husband to help her out. I don't know why I'm making this so hard for myself. I keep making very extra builds with a whole bunch of people in them. But anyway, we're already on the outhouse area, and I didn't want to take up space like I said for the indoor, so I decided on the outhouse. I think I didn't want to go like old and grungy because the rest of the trailers were quite stylish and new. So I just did like a cute little outdoor shower area. I was thinking more like campground-esque, you know what I mean, where you go into the little communal showers and stuff like that. So that's what I'm thinking. Campground kind of. And so I went with like a bunch of like the off the grid stuff with like the, what is it? The like satellites, and then the water collectors, and then the electrical box, everything like that I added on here. So you can probably do off grid, what is it? That thing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. The off the grid thing. And then we're just adding more decorations to make them seem like more, I don't know, mobile home-ish. I like the satellite. I didn't see that satellite for when I did my bunker build. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it up above. But I did another challenge where I did a bunker. A like an apocalypse bunker thingy. So I missed a lot of good items I could have used in the bunker, but oh well. Okay, we're on to the next one. No take backs. So I will say I went back to my old ways. I did not stay true to the whole challenge this time. Okay, I'm sorry. I really don't mean to, you know, guys. I just be building and then I look up and I see that I've done something wrong, but it's too far gone. Like I had done like 2 of the 3 homes, and then I happened to look up. I'm like, oh yeah, I think I had a budget. And I look up, I'm like 50 grand over the budget already. So that's out the window, right? I can't not finish the other home. So I had to keep going. But I think that's the only one I did wrong. So trailer home, 3 homes, 4 floors. I'm gonna take the 4 floors. I have 4 floors, okay? And then it's on a 30 by 20, and then I'll make the owners. And I made enough room for everybody. And then it did say they love clowns and grilled cheese. So I guess I did have to add clowns and grilled cheese. I went on the gallery and then I typed in grilled cheese. Okay, and then I got a bunch of paintings that are from the game that are already done, and I put a couple of those up of grilled cheese. And then I put the clown painting in, and then I put a clown statue in, and a weird clown man in the back. If you download it, you'll see, but I don't think I show it when I'm building. I put a weird like clown scarecrow mannequin in the back of the house. It's very creepy. There's a lot of good creepy stuff on the gallery, guys. Don't ever search up clown. It was terrifying. But and then, oh yeah, the secret room. So I couldn't really think of like an idea for a secret room. I guess I could have made like a clown sanctuary room, like a workshop area, but I didn't want to do that, so I didn't. I just made the kids' bedroom like a secret room because I gave them the hidden bookcase as their door. So maybe they requested that from the sister when she was building their house. They're like, can we have a secret tour? And she's like, yeah. So that's the secret room. I'm gonna check that off for me. And then like I said, the budget didn't do. So sorry about that. And then I usually don't do the optionally shell challenge. The optional was searching shell and using the first result. I didn't do that. So yeah, I did everything except for one, the budget. And then they were afraid of brick as well. I didn't use any brick. I used like a stone. So I did pretty good. Okay? And then yeah, the car there and then the trailer piece, like I said, is from Debug. But I did have fun building this, okay? It was the first time for me, so I really had to like search up and look at a whole bunch of examples before I even got started. I was like, should I do this or should I re-roll? I was about to re-roll, but I was like, no, I'll do it, okay? But I had fun. And then for the outdoor area, I just put like a bunch of, similar to my other house, I put like the campfire and then basically a bunch of seating areas. The campfire, a picnic table, the picnic blanket, a picnic basket, and then I put a little swing set out there for the kitties, a little kiddie pool, and then just some like activities. So I put a lot of like self-sustaining activities to do, like the recycler as well, all from like eco lifestyle and stuff like that. So this is very like a greenhouse family. But I didn't put a lot of planter stuff. But you can just put the plants on the ground. There's a lot of space. Maybe there's not a lot of space since I filled up the space, but there's a lot of ground. You can delete some of my plants and put in real gardening plants. But yeah, we're almost done with the kitchen. I like it. It's cute. It's kind of like old retro, but also still modern. I don't know. I don't know what my style is, because I don't know. I pick random items and then I go off of that. I don't know. But I like it. I think I might like the yellow house a bit more. I don't know. Maybe, I definitely don't like the roundhouse. I don't know why. I don't like it. And then like you seen when I did the tour, I didn't use any stairs. I just used ladders. Oh, and for the yellow house, that bottom bedroom with the secret door, I do change that bunk bed because when I play tested it, I just happened to look up. It was all the way through the roof. It was not at all functional. It was just sticking through the ceiling. It was because I had raised the platform level because of the trailer underneath was too tall. So I had to raise the platform level, and I'm already on the shortest wall height. So it really messed up the height level in there. So I had to bring that down to a regular bed. That's really the only change I made. Everything else was pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. I think I have to, let's think, like I said, the family, the parents died, stuff like that. I don't know what kind of people. Hippies? Maybe some hippies? But I don't really, do you get the hippie vibe from this? I don't really get hippie vibes. I don't know. Oh, and I lied earlier. I did not use the same door for everything. I used this, like, black trellis door. Is that, I don't know, is that true? Is that like a trellis-y door? I used that because I was thinking it looked kind of like a screen door, but we don't really have screen doors. That's what I really want, a screen door. Wouldn't that be good? Oh, here's where I expand the overhang to the side. This is because I wanted, like, saw a semblance of protection for the electronics that are over there. I don't know if you really need protection for, like, the generator, but that was my thinking, to give them a semblance of a overhang for protection. And then when I did that, though, it messed up my wall, and it made, like, a glitchy, like, roof line there, and where it, like, opened it up to see inside of it, but it's, I don't know, but I covered it up with the HVAC and that thing. So that's why I moved that there, and if you ever move that, don't move it, please. There might be a little hole, but we ignore it. But yeah, like I said, I put a bunch of these items out here, and you know what, I don't think I tested, I put a, I put a basketball hoop on the back of the house for some reason, I don't know. I just threw it back there for funsies. I forgot to play test it out. I think it should work, because when I placed it, the you know, the little green placement line, it was level onto the ground. So I don't think it's in a bad spot, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I put it back there. So whatever. If it works, it works. If it's not, I would still keep it back there. It's for storytelling purposes. And then I've been in my campfire area. I've used a lot of these lately. I don't know. I do switch out this fire pit thingy. I found a better one. But we're pretty much almost done, I think. With the, I feel like I don't really do anything, because the first two houses on the bottom, I used the Murphy bed. And then they pretty much look the same layout, because I just put like a TV stand at the end of the bed, and then that was basically all that fits in the room. And maybe a desk. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna need, I don't know. I don't think I would like to live in a place like this. I don't know, because of the layout I did, the separate bathroom, having to get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, that'd be horrible. Unless you're sleeping in that first house, which doesn't have a bed in it, just a couch. It's fine to sleep on a couch, but I don't know, having to get up and go to the bathroom that way. My parents like to camp and stuff like this. They have a camper. They're crazy. They go everywhere, hiking and everything else. I don't like that. I went with them once, regretted it. One time when we were, I think it was on like we were going to like the national parks and stuff. I don't know what park we were in, but it had like a bunch of like the geysers that shoot up and stuff like that. Well, my mother was taking too long, and she stopped and took a picture like every 5 seconds. I'm not even kidding. It was nice to look at, but you didn't need to take a picture every 5 seconds. So me and my dad went on ahead of her. It was a mistake. Mistake number 1 was going ahead of my mother. Mistake number 2, not bringing any water. Mistake number 3, listening to my dad, he was like, I think this pathway links around. Okay, spoiler alert, the pathway did not link around. Okay, the path kept going upwards. We were going to a waterfall. We thought we were wrapping back around to the start of like the geyser pathway. We ended up going on a hike. Okay, we was not in a hiking like mood or lifestyle at the moment. Okay, I was not prepared. Okay, I was wearing like Crocs. And we was hiking up this thing, and my dad was like, huh, we've been on this pathway for quite a long time. I was like, I know, right? But we kept going. Okay, and then someone came down the hill, and my dad was like, is this the way back? And they was like, no, this is the path to the waterfall. And like we was like, oh, how far is it? And he's like, oh, it's just up ahead. Okay, mistake number 4 or 5. Never listen to someone who says it's just up ahead. It was not just up ahead. It was a whole nother trip, okay? So we eventually get to the waterfall, and it was nice. It was nice, but I wasn't in the mood for a hike, okay? We were not in the mood. So we finally go back because we were too far in to turn around without seeing what the path was for. Okay, so we had to finish. But we eventually reach it, take a couple pictures from my mom, and then go back. And my mom, by the time we were in the woods, so there was no signal. So when we got back, we get a bunch of dings and messages and stuff like that. My mom had been texting us for ages, like, where have you been? Blah, blah, blah. Where are you guys? Blah, blah, blah. And she was looking for us for ages. So she eventually went back to the car to wait for us. Yeah, it was a whole hot mess. We went on an unexpected trip. I learned to always carry my water after that. So I guess I learned something from there. That was my little story of the day. Has anybody else done something like that on an unexpected trip? But I'm just doing some terrain paint here, and I originally thought I was gonna leave a couple like dirt pathways as well, but I ended up covering it all with like that gravelly stuff. So that's why I did it in a weird way. I did like some dirt and then some gravel, and then I eventually covered it all up with gravel. It was because I was gonna do it in a different way in the beginning. But yeah, I don't know. I do like this build and the style I did it in, but it's not my favorite type of build. I like my regular homes. I don't know. But I do end up using a lot of the same items. This forced me to use like a couple of different items. I really don't use ladders as much and stuff like that. But yeah, this type of challenges push my comfort zone of building, because I usually don't build like this. I usually just build a regular home. But anyway, while I was talking and yapping, I kept generating challenges to see if I found one. This one's okay. I don't know what I would do. It says build a safe house on a 30 by 30 with 2 floors, and the couple, again, I keep getting these ones with like 18 people. A couple with 6 newborns. Are you kidding me? 6 newborns? They love mirrors and are afraid of railings, and they must have a bar, and the budget is quite high. I don't know. I'll save that one for later, but I don't know if I'll do that one. Let me take a picture. I'll just keep doing these, and let me know down below if you find any of these interesting. This one, it's just a rustic home. Trouble in Paradise. That one's kind of boring. Let's regenerate. A high-tech home, a 1-floor 40 by 20, elder, adult, and a teen. They love wellness, afraid of trash cans. They have to have 2 tombstones and an indoor pool. I don't know about that one. That's kind of a weird one too. I don't know about that one. I'm not saving it, but you can put it down in the comments and I'll know what you mean. Build a house on someone else's lot. What does that mean? I don't know. Does that mean like you go to someone's house and then build a house on someone else's lot? You go to someone's house and then just move in? I don't know. Must have 1 floor, build on a 40 by 30. They love boho, afraid of stairs and trash cans. Chess table. That one's also boring. So let's just keep generating until we find something good. Cottage, 30, 30, 30. No, that one's also 20. No, look. I was about to flip away, but it says they must have 20 urns. Are you what? Is that even 20 urns? Like, why, where would I even put those? I don't know. They love bugs. This one's kind of nice. I don't know. This one's kind of weird and nice. I'll save this one. I don't know. Okay, I'll stop. We've done a lot. But we're on the other house over here, and I'm just putting in bats and stuff. But I did have to, I don't know if you caught it earlier, I had to expand this little porch for the yellow house because it wouldn't, my sim couldn't reach inside, and I had to delete the clutter on the left side of the door, but it still looks okay. Okay? It still looks good. But we're just on a nursery, and then I tried to, I don't know, this layout was weird because it was a round room, okay? I couldn't play test it because I didn't have a baby. So if it doesn't work, I'm sorry. I already uploaded this. But if it doesn't work, I'm so sorry. I tried my best. But I tend to shove things in the wall to create a little more walking space. If you ever, that's like my tip or hack. I don't know if it's really a hack. I just shove it all the way through the wall, and then I just turn around to the other side of the wall, make sure it's not sticking out. That's how I make more room. Because if it's like with wood and stuff like this, you can do that, and it kind of looks like it's built into the wall. That's my opinion anyway. I think it still looks good. I think it looks good. But I did this metal flooring because there's a glitch with the round rooms, and the flooring was sticking out of the room onto the outdoor area. So I just brought it all the way in. It wasn't really a design choice, it was more of a necessity. And then since I separated the room, I could put flooring, the wood floorboards, into this back room. That's the only reason why. But yeah, I think it's still a cute little nursery. There might be some spots that are unreachable, but it's cute. And my thinking was, since this is the newborn's room, the parents would most likely want to be super close. I don't think you want a newborn's room across 2 trailers in the other house. So I connected these people. So I decided to go with the Murphy beds for the teen and then the parents I'm gonna do. And it saved space, and it just also fits. But I don't know. I like it, but I hate the swatches on the Murphy beds. And I hate how I can't see the bedspread until I go into live mode, because I can't see them. You know what I mean? But they were okay. They kind of went with the room. That one's like black and blue, and then the other one was super orange and yellow. So it still worked, but I would have liked to see them beforehand. But I just kind of went with like the wood tones and what went best with that. So I lucked out. They were okay. And then I squeezed in, there's 2 of these mats. One in the living room, like they've carried her over, and then the one in the main space they're gonna be in. I thought that was like a necessity, because you can just throw the baby on the that doesn't sound right. You can just throw the baby on the floor, okay guys? Okay? You can just put the baby on the mat and they can be chill, because they can just learn and do all that stuff. And I should have, but I didn't test that because I do squeeze the book box underneath there. So if that doesn't work, my bad. Okay? My bad. Yeah, I like I said, I think I like the yellow house, or even the other main living room house. I like those better. I don't really like this room, but I thought I should make like a round one, because those are more consistent with an actual like trailer thing that is like more realistic. I don't know if I made these super realistic, but I tried my best. I just went with what I saw, and they're okay. They're okay. And then I didn't really know. I wanted to put a railing on the round one, the little porch area, but I couldn't put one on there because of the glitches of round rooms. It wouldn't let me put the railing on and then the steps on. The railings would just glitch into the steps and wouldn't leave an opening. So I had to have one or the other. So I chose the actual steps because I needed to get up there. But yeah. But in this one, I found that my impulsiveness like went up like 10 notches because I kept switching back and forth between different spots and not finishing one area. I like went to the kitchen and said, "Ooh, this is nice," and then I jumped outside to do some landscaping. That was really weird. I don't know. I usually wait until the end or do it at the beginning. But it was because I found a couple of objects and then I threw them in the backyard. And I was like, I can't really place these until I do the landscaping. And then I can't really do the landscaping until I have all the objects. You know what I mean? So I was all over the place. My bad. So you don't really get a consistent shot of me doing a whole room. And like I said, I have to delete all of that clutter in the corner. I'm so sad. I had to delete the table, the lamp, and nothing would work. And then I redid it like 5 times, but it gave me so much trouble to do the steps and to get in. My sim couldn't reach it at all. I don't know why. And I don't understand what the issue was, because there was plenty of room and space, and like the way I was seeing it, there was plenty of space. I don't know if it was because I had to go like up a platform level before, or if that was messing it up somehow, because when I deleted the stairs and put them back in the same way I had them, they seemed to work. I don't know. It was acting really weird. And then this is the last house. So this is the teens room, and then I'm thinking the kids. So I'm thinking 2 girls and 1 boy, or 2 boys and 1 girl, because that's why I separated the rooms like that. So the one would have the room to themselves. The one that's that gender. If that makes sense. And then the teen gets the whole front space. And then I gave them like a communal table to sit at in case they need to do our homework. And then I put a laptop on there because, yeah. And like I said, I had to change this to a regular bed because this bunk bed is sticking through the roof. And I didn't notice it somehow. It's because of the platform and how high I had it. And that's why this house is particularly short but also tall at the same time, because I have to have it high to fit on the wheel, the little trailer thing, and then I have to have it low to do the steps, and it was a hot mess. I regret it my whole life when I did this one, but it is my favorite. I put more effort into it. But yeah, I thought it was a cute little space. It's pretty neutral. There's not really a particular personality for any of these. I just went with like the ages. So I went with like what they would need, a toy box and stuff like that. That was it. There's no personality. I'm just thinking they're more outdoorsy, campy people. That's why I put the scout board in. But that's really the only thought that crossed my mind. I have no personality for these. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it would be. And then I gave them a chicken coop as well. I don't know. Is it weird? I threw it in just for funsies. I don't know. If I play with this family, I don't think I would actually get chickens because I think they're annoying. I don't know. I mean, all you have to do is feed them. But I do think they're a little bit annoying. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now I'm just finishing up adding a couple more activities for anybody to do. So I threw in the piano and the puppet thing. That's twice now I threw in the puppet thing. I've never usually put in the builds. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. But yeah. And then I thought the balcony space was more for the team. I mean, I guess the kids can use it too because they can do yoga. But I was thinking it was more for the team. And that she comes up there. She pulled a mini fridge up there. And then she put the yoga stuff up there. And like I said, I don't forget about the clowns. And then what was the other one? Clowns and grilled cheese. I do a couple of grilled cheese paintings, a clown picture, and then the clown, not the clown, the grilled cheese, like the chair, the little chair they have for the outdoor furniture. I use that like swatch. And then I found a clown statue and then another clown thing. So they're in there. It's not very obvious, but they're in there. So they like clowns and grilled cheese. Well, that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the build. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time.